Hi everyone, Yasmin here. Today I am filming from my car. I am waiting for my kids right now to finish up at school and then I will pick them up and take them skating. After that we're gonna go have pizza. It's my son's birthday, so a few of his friends will come and we'll just... Today I thought I'd do a story time video. Last story time video I did was about when I got fired from Aritzia, and surprisingly it got a lot of views and more importantly a lot of comments where people were relating to my experience at Aritzia. Now this one's not about Aritzia, but I wanted to talk about... Hold on a second, I forgot that I haven't eaten anything all day. I've been like obsessed with these plantain chips from this like small business in Canada, and they're like these spicy plantain chips. Like they look so burnt, but they taste so good. And this isn't sponsored. The ingredients are literally plantain, chili peppers, ginger, and salt, and canola oil. Like that's a win. It's chips and it's actually healthy. If you don't like people eating while they're talking, this is gonna be one of those. This is gonna be an eating while talking video. So good. It's like chewy, but then some are crunchy, so it's like a surprise with every bite. I wanted to do a story time about a time when I quit my job because it was nice outside, and I was watching this live from Shira 7, you know, Sprinkle Lady. Anybody who is in that vibe, they understand. I was watching her live once and she was talking about how she's never taken work seriously, and anywhere she's worked she just doesn't take it seriously. That she's actually quit jobs before because it was nice outside and it was like she just didn't want to go, and I cracked up laughing because it happened to me before. Like, anyway, I was I think I was 17 years old at the time. I'm in my 30s now. This is for the millennial girls who want to have like a throwback story laugh. This is when I was 17, ages ago. Let me turn off my car. When I was 17, I had already worked like I think I had already had 2 jobs before I turned 17. I had one when I was 15 and one when I was 16. One of them was Party City. It's called Party City now, but in Canada it used to be called Party Packagers before Party City bought them out. Don't mind my jacket. I have a video about how dirty this jacket gets, and I've washed it and it doesn't come off. It is what it is. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna take off my jacket because I don't want it showing my whole video. It's kind of distracting me. She Shira said that in her video that she quit a job because it was nice outside. And I remember that, yeah, I worked at Party City, and then I had another job between Party City and this job that I'm gonna talk about. But anyway, when I got my job at this store, it was called Chateau, and it's like a clothing retail store in Canada. I don't even know if they still have them here anymore. They've closed most of their locations. Getting this job was a big deal for me because I wanted to work in like a more feminine, girly place. I was done working at Party City. I didn't want to work for food, so I knew I wanted to work in clothing. I was really excited about this job, and if anyone knows, the millennial girls here know Le Chateau, and the Canadian girls, if you know Le Chateau, it was like a formal attire, like party dresses, evening gowns, evening dresses, clubbing dresses, like girly dresses. That was their whole vibe at the time, and some corporate outfits. I was so happy that I got this job. I did the interview. They took me seriously even though I was 17 and hired me, and it was at Yorkdale Mall, which is still like one of the biggest malls in Canada, and it's like now it's like a really luxury kind of mall, but back then it was just a regular mall, but it was still really big. It felt like such a big deal to work there. God knows I needed the money. My parents weren't rich. They were living in survival mode. Everything they made was going to the bills or to savings account. Like my parents weren't able to spend on us leisurely as we would have wanted, and I was a teenager at that time. I wanted to buy Aritzia, TNA clothes. I wanted to buy nice earrings, nice outfits, and like my parents just couldn't do that for me. So I had to work, which is what makes this video funny. If I was like, I had a job and I didn't even need the job and then I quit because it was nice outside, it'd be like, okay, obviously, you know, you even need the job. But I actually needed the job. I needed the money, And I was actually excited to finally get a job at a clothing store so I could dress up and feel pretty at work. One day, it was like, I don't even know, it was like, I think it was October. I got hired because it was Christmas season was coming, and they knew they needed a lot of people to be ready for the Christmas season. Chateau hired a whole bunch of people in like September, October to train them and be ready by Christmas season. So I got hired around September, October, and at this point of the story, it was October. By the way, I actually liked the job too. Like, the women were fun and funny. They were like a little bit in their, like, I don't even know what age they were, but I was 17 at the time, so I felt like they were all middle-aged. They probably were their 20s or 30s, but I felt like they were middle-aged at that time. But they were funny. I liked working there. It was fun. It wasn't very busy at that time, so I would just like be standing around giggling at work. One day, it was like a month into when I got the job, and I was with my best friend at the time. We were in high school, and her and I were hanging out after school, and I had a shift that day in the evening, like 5 o'clock, and school ended at like 2:30 or something at that time, because we had like no class at the last period to attend. We went to her house, and we were just like having such a good time, laughing, chilling, eating. Such a nice day outside. And in October, that's the thing with October, is you have nice days and you have bad days outside. And when you have a nice day outside in October, you really want to enjoy it, because you know that soon it's going to be cold. And it was a nice day outside. It was like rare at that, especially back in those days. It was pretty cold during October. It's not like the way it is now in October in Ontario, where it's like a little bit warm. It's a nice warmer October day, and we wanted to like go out. We wanted to go out in the evening. We were young, so nowhere exciting. We just wanted to go outside, go to a restaurant or something. I was like, oh my god, like I can't go, I have work. Remember my friend being like, oh shoot, like, but what are you gonna do? It's so nice outside, like you're gonna be stuck inside all evening on such a nice day. And it was like a real dilemma. Like, we were really talking about this, like it was a real dilemma, like what are we gonna do? And at this point, I think I had already called in sick like 2 times or something for other reasons. I don't even think I was actually sick. I don't even remember why, but I know I had called in sick like a couple times already. So to call in sick that day wasn't an option for me. It wasn't gonna be an option for me to call in sick. I had to like figure out what to do. So we're like brainstorming how I can get away with not going to work that day. And I don't know like what came up to why. I think we came to a point where we're like, anything I do at this point, it's not gonna work. Like, they're not gonna believe me. They're gonna tell me I have to come in, especially because they knew I was a teenager, and you know, they don't even expect teenagers to take work seriously. At that point, I was like, what are we gonna do? And I'm like, I just have to quit my job. Like, the only way I could hang out today and enjoy this beautiful day is if I quit. Like, I have to quit. That's like, I either go to work or I quit. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, like it's so nice outside, I want to enjoy myself. And I literally called in that day and I quit. I told her that I couldn't come in. I didn't tell her it was nice outside. I just told her like, I just can't come in today. It's hilarious. I just really can't come in, and I don't want to be a burden, and so I quit. She was upset. She said back in those days, things were different. Like, you know, the like workers' rights were there, obviously, but like people weren't as sensitive. So she was rude to me. Like, she was upset. She said that we trained you. We needed people for Christmas time. And you know, it feels so bad. I feel bad saying it out loud because it sounds like I was being so unreliable, but I was young and it was so nice outside. And so I quit my job because it was nice outside, and we had the best evening ever. Like, we had so much fun that day. Oh, like the lesson out of this is, honestly, don't take life too seriously. I ended up getting another job after that, which I loved. It was a receptionist job at a photo studio. And then after that, I ended up working at Aritzia, where I got fired. It was like my first time like doing something like that, like quitting a job because it was nice outside. I have called in sick because it was nice outside, like when I was younger, in my younger days. You can't take life too seriously. That's my story. I really am not trying to not to take life too seriously, even at this age. Like, you still want to enjoy life while you can. I'm only gonna be 17 once. And funny thing is, I never quit. I never regretted quitting. I just kept applying for other jobs and ended up finding one. And it was perfectly fine. But watching Cher's video did bring up that memory that I actually quit a job because it was nice outside. And it just shows like I was never meant for that struggle life. I was always meant for a life of leisure. Like, even to this day, I need my leisure time. I use all my vacation when it's warm outside. It was a ridiculous reason to quit a job, but I did it. If you have a ridiculous reason you quit your job, like, please tell me. Like, I need to laugh. There's just something so funny about people taking something so serious, not so serious. Or something like the weather being nice outside. So please, like, tell me literally in the comments. Anyway, my story time. I'm gonna eat the rest of my chips. And I'm gonna go and wait for my kids and pick them up and have a nice evening. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I have other content as well. Have my fashion content. I really love clothes and shopping. So I have recently just posted a video on fall winter dress jackets that I really like. And this is one of them that I put, but I did mention the whole issue with the getting dirty with this color. And then I made a video on Christmas and New Year's and holiday dresses to wear during the holiday season, which I just posted yesterday. Probably whenever you're watching this, I posted it before this video, so you'll see it. That's also a really helpful one because it's like lower budget dresses and not like, you know, your typical designer Christmas gown or something like that. They're like lower budget, but really chic, really pretty. Millennial girls with fashion, like, sometimes I know other girls who are millennials, they've lost track of what's in style and what looks good on them as their bodies have changed. And I went through that too. What I like to do is post stuff that I think would look good on girls in their 30s and 40s. So watch those videos. It's still stylish stuff, but it's stuff age appropriate that'll look good with our bodies, our style, our age look, and all our maturity at this age. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will make more videos. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you did like this video. And thank you.